Now let's start with exercise 14b. In exercise 14b, the figure is given in which two lines are there, and it's cut by a, like, it's not mentioned but whether the lines are parallel or non-parallel. Just it is given that two lines are there which is cut by a transversal. The pair of angles are given and you just need to mention or identify the name of the angles. So the very first one is 3 and 6. So 3 and 6, they are on the inner side of the parallel lines and they are in the alternate position. So what is the name of the angle is interior alternate angles. Next one, 2 and 4. 2 and 4, they are the adjacent angles. Next one, 3 and 7. So if you see 3 and 7, 3 and 7, they are acquiring the same position. So what is the name of this kind of angles is corresponding angle on the same side of the transversal. 3 is below the line, 7 is also below the line towards the left of the transversal. So corresponding angles. Next, 2 and 7. 2 and 7, if you see 2 and 7, both of them are exterior angles, 2 and 7, and in the alternate position. So what is the name of that type of angle is exterior alternate angles, 2 and 7. So externate alternate angles. Next, 4 and 6. Again, they are the interior angles towards the same side of the transversal. So what is the name of this type of angle is allied angles or co-interior angles. So either you can write allied angles or you can write co-interior or conjoint angles. Next, 1 and 8. So 1 and 8, both of them are exterior angles and they are in the alternate position. So what is the name of the angle? Exterior alternate angle. Next, 1 and 5. 1 and 5, both are on the same position on the upper side of the line towards the left side of the transversal. So what is the name of this kind of angle is corresponding angles. Next, angle 1 and 4. So what is the relation between 1 and 4 is they are vertically opposite angles. Next, 5 and 7. 5 and 7, again they are the adjacent angles. Okay. Next, moving to the next question, question number 3. Your question number 2 is homework. We are going to do question number 3, first part. In the following figures, the arrow indicate that the line are parallel and you need to find out which angles are equal, and also you need to give the reason. Okay, so just the name of the angles are given. You don't have to find out measurement, you just have to find out which angles are equal. So if you see the figure AD and here BC, these angles are given. Okay, so now if you see A and C, they are equal. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles or interior alternate angles. A and C, inner side of the parallel lines in the alternate position. So interior alternate angles. In the same way, you will find that angle B will be equal to angle C. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angle. And angle A is equal to angle B. Why? They are corresponding angles towards the left side of the line at the towards the bottom. Here the A is also towards the bottom and towards the left. Same position is acquired by B. So A is equal to B, even A is equal to C, and B is equals to C. So which angles are equal is angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C. Okay, and we have given the reasons. Always remember, children, whenever you state something, the reason has to be mentioned immediately after it. Next part, the second part of it. This is the second part of the question, in which again the arrow indicate that the lines are parallel. So you have two pair of parallel lines here, okay, which has been cut by the another pair. So here also you need to find out which angles are equal and also state the reason. So we'll start with the simple one. Now x equals to y, because vertically opposite angles are equal. So x equal to y. In the same way, x equals to L. What is the relation between x and L? X and L are corresponding angles. Next, y equal to L. Y is also equal to L. Y, alternate interior angles are equal. And next one is n equal to r. If I see now, this line is parallel to this and this is acting as a transversal. Now I am taking these two lines are parallel and this one is acting as a transversal. To make it more simple, if I give the names, in the first, this is suppose L, M, this is P, Q. Okay, so as P was parallel to Q and L was acting as a transversal, X is equal to angle L, that is corresponding angles are equal. In the same way, Y equal to L, because interior alternate angles are equal. Now I am taking Y and N, same way P is parallel to Q and L is acting as a transversal, so Y is equal to N. Okay, Y and N, they are corresponding angles. Now I'm taking L, M, N are parallel line and Q acting as a transversal. So if I see here, N is equal to R. Same thing, corresponding angles are equal. So what angles which you have found equal is X equal to Y equal to L equal to N equal to R. All these angles are equal in some way or the other. The next part, again we are remaining with N, M, N, M, Q and K. So let's see, M and K, they are equal. Why? Vertically opposite angles are equal. And if I see L and M are the parallel lines and Q is acting as the transversal, so Q equals to K because they are corresponding angles. Okay, so M equal to K, that is vertically opposite angles, and Q equal to K, that is corresponding angles. So which three angles are equal is M equal to Q equal to K. So M, these three angles are equal. Moving to the next figure, question number 6. Question number 4, 5 are homework. Question number 6, I am taking the third part of it. Here again the lines are parallel, the arrows which are given, the lines which carry an arrow, they are parallel and it is cut by a transversal, and you are supposed to find out the measure of unknown angle. Okay, here three angles are unknown and only one is known. So A, B, C you have to find out, and this is given as 120 degree. Okay, so as these two lines are parallel and it is cut by a transversal, now 120 will be equal to angle C. What is the reason for it? You have to give the reason. What is the reason? They are the corresponding angles. What are they? They are corresponding angles. Okay, now this one you have found out as angle C, you have found out as 120 degree. Now see how you can find out with the help of known angle the unknown angles. Okay, now you have two ways of doing so. Finding out angle A or angle B, you can find it in two ways. Okay, if you see these two lines are parallel and this is acting as a transversal, angle A and 120 are the supplementary angles. Why they are supplementary? Because they are co-interior angles or allied angles. Allied angles are supplementary in parallel lines. So 120 plus A is equals to 180 degrees. So that way also you can do and find out the measurement of angle A. Or the other way is, if you see A and C, they are a linear pair. Okay, they lie on a same line. So A plus C equals to 180 degree. That is nothing but A is 60 degree. Okay, now you have found out the measurement of A as 60. Now if you see here, C, A and B, they are vertically opposite angles. So B also becomes 60 degree. Okay, children, always update your figure with a different color pen or a pencil, so that as soon as you find out the value, it becomes easier for you to find out the next values. So it can be done in many ways. Okay, when you have parallel lines, because many conditions of parallelism is there. You can either go by vertically opposite angle, you can go by corresponding angles, you can go by alternate interior angles, as you can prefer. Next one, question number 6, sixth part. Again parallel lines are given to you and they are cut by two trans. Now here two non-parallel lines are there which is cut by two parallel lines. You are supposed to find out the unknown angles. Two angles are only given to you, 110 and this is 60. Okay, so I first go with this. So if I see here, X is directly equal to 110. Why? This is a vertically opposite angle. Now you have found out the value of X. Now you can find out the value of S by either the linear pair this way or this way. Any way you can find out. So X plus S is 180 degrees. So value of S becomes as 70 degree. So value of S I have found out at 70 degree. Value of X I have found out as 110 degree. As I find out the values, update your figure. Now you are known with this. Now these two lines are not parallel. Okay, these lines are parallel and this is acting as a transversal. You should always see the figure carefully and read the known things. Now these two lines are parallel. I can't go with this saying that Q is 110. No, because these two lines are not parallel. These two lines are parallel and this is acting as a transversal. Okay, so here as these two lines are parallel and this is acting as a transversal, if you see here X and Y, do they acquire the same position? No, they are not corresponding angles. Now search for the next way in which you can do. Now if you see here, S and Y, they are related. S and Y are what? How are they related? They are exterior alternate angles. Exterior, these are the parallel lines. This is a transversal. They are lying on the outer side in the alternate position. So S will be equal to Y. So Y also becomes 70 degree. Okay, y also becomes 70 degree. Now with this with this data you can't find out the upper one. Why? Because they are not parallel to each other. Now let's move to the one which is given to you. Now in this figure it is given to, in this part of the question it is given that this is 60. Okay, this angle is 60. So I can easily find out angle P, which will be 60. Why? Because they are corresponding angles. So measurement of angle P is 60 because it is corresponding angle. Now I can find out the measurement of T because it's a linear pair, okay, or angles on a straight line. So 60, 180 minus 60, that is 120. So measurement of angle T becomes 120. As this is 120, measurement of angle R will be also 120. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Now what is remaining is P. Now you can either find out P by linear pair with Q, or you can find it with T, that is corresponding angles. So angle Q also becomes 120 degree. Okay, as I told you, there are different ways of solving a question. You can use any method for doing so. Okay, next one, the seventh part of it, sorry, the eighth part of it, finding out the unknown angles. The value is given to you. L, M, N are parallel lines and N is another line, and I have given the name this as P. Okay, the measurements are given. Now you are supposed to find out the value of it. Now only this two L, M, N are parallel. It is cut by a transversal. This is also a transversal. This is also a transversal. So if you see here, if I see this line M and N are parallel and this is acting as a transversal, Y and 75, they are the interior alternate angle. L, M, N are parallel. This is a transversal. So value of Y is 75 degree. Okay, value of Y becomes 75 because alternate interior angles are equal. Now let's move here. Here no name is given in the question. In your textbook, I have given it a name A. Okay, so that I can relate it to it. Now here if I see 112 and A, they are forming a linear pair. So with the help of the linear pair, that is 180 minus 112, I find out the value of A as 68 degree. So value of A becomes 68 degree. Okay, so value of A is 68. Now 68, now if you see here, now you are having two ways of doing it. Value of finding out the value of Z by the triangle property, angle sum property. I have not done so because I am explaining parallel lines more in detail, but you can find out the value of Z with the help of it. Okay, what I have done is value of A I have found out as 60. Now as this is a parallel line, M is also, if I extend it here, and this is acting as a transversal, L and M are parallel, N is acting as a transversal now. Now what position is same as that of A is X. Okay, A is having the same position as that of X. So X will be also of 68 degree. Why? Corresponding angles are equal. Okay, now if I see the straight line over here, on the straight line, what three angles come together and form the line? Out of that, two are known to me, 75 and 68. So you can just subtract the addition of that from 180 to get the value of Z. So same we have done here, Z plus 75 plus X, that is 68, is 180. So the value of Z comes out as 37 degrees. So this is 37 degree. Okay, as I told you, you can find out the value of Z with the angle sum property also. Next, question number